Hi everyone! It is Ash here and welcome back to our channel, or welcome if you're new. I just started this intro with like full glam on because I was playing dress up like the past 2 hours. Hi guys! Like, who wants to say hi? Hi! And then I just felt like icky and like there was stuff all over my face and I was like, I need to take this off. I don't know about you guys, but sometimes I don't like the feeling of makeup on my face. I was just like playing dress up and doing my makeup and hair just because why not, and then I was like, you know what, I feel like filming a video and I kind of just want to sit down and have a little chat with y'all. I feel like this past year I've definitely gone through some ups and downs, and I think we've all had to just kind of take a step back and be like, I am me, and this is my space, and this is what I'm left with at the end of the day when I don't have all these other distractions. And that definitely took a toll on me because a lot of my personality was absorbed through the things that I was doing. So when all of those got taken away, I was like, who am I? What do I do? Like, And it sucked for a while, but now I finally feel like I'm coming out of it and I feel so much more confident, and I want to just share the little tips and tricks that kind of got me through this and got me thinking a different way. And basically the first one is just perspective. This is something that I've struggled with, especially during the pandemic and being so enclosed in my own space and my own thoughts, but getting perspective and just realizing where you are on this earth, how fortunate you are to have what you have, and just your entire existence and how insane it is. And I always go outside when I'm feeling sad or down or feeling stressed out about my problems, because the second I go outside and I look up at the clouds or I look at the rain or I look at a tree, I'm like, that's a fucking cloud. And I live on Earth, and that's a tree, and it's growing, and we're on a planet in space. And then I'm like, oh, what was my problem again? like suddenly it becomes like so less important than the rest of the universe. So I definitely suggest going outside if you are feeling like you are in a rut or you're feeling sad, because I know sometimes I'll just want to like lay in bed all day and I'm like, that's not going to do anything. I know on social media I can be scrolling sometimes and I'm like, oh, why do I not look like her? Or why am I not there? And instead of looking at it like that, I've been looking at it and being like, wow, like this girl is so beautiful. Like she worked so hard to like get to where she is. Maybe she didn't, who knows? But I'm like, wow, like I respect like that she's gotten there, like go her, like she looks fucking bomb, like, and use it as like inspiration instead of something to like tear me down. Because, you know, the people that made it there for a reason, and by sitting on my phone and complaining about it, that's not how I'm gonna get there. Because at the end of the day, the only thing I have control of is me, not them. So why not do everything I can do to get to that point that I want to be at instead of just sitting on my phone doing nothing, because that's not how I'm gonna get to where those people are. And if I'm really that jealous, I should just work harder. So that's been something that I've been tweaking in my mental pattern to try to not compare myself to people. And what was my other one? The next one isn't really a tip, but it's just kind of something I want to like put out there. That's something I've been struggling with, or something I've struggled with. I don't have like a certain aesthetic, and for some reason these days it feels like your aesthetic is like your whole identity. And I've always loved dressing super girly sometimes, super like grungy, super vintagey, like it just depends. And that makes it so I don't have this like aesthetic, and I don't like take pictures all the time when I'm out of like pretty things. And sometimes that makes me feel like less of a cool person. I don't know. I'm like, my life doesn't need to be aesthetically pleasing. Am I happy? Am I having an amazing time? And am I with genuine good people? That's what matters, not the story I posted. And sometimes I feel like you can get so wrapped up in like what you're wearing or the photos you're taking, and it's like instead of that, maybe just focus on like how much time have I spent like getting ready or trying to take photos that I could have done like having some like extraordinary time with people. Yes, I still have fun taking photos and getting ready and looking cute, but it shouldn't be like the sole purpose of my outing. So I've been trying to be a little bit better about that, but sometimes I still want that good photo, you know. Honestly, I don't really know what my other points were. Oh, my nipples are showing. So we all die. This is a thing. We know this. But when you die, is someone gonna remember like that $200 bikini that you wore? Or the fact that you are like a super Republican? Or the fact that you were against the vaccine because it's so important? Like, no one's gonna remember those things about you. They're not gonna remember the photos you posted on Instagram or that TikTok that went viral. They're gonna remember if you made a genuine, like, good impact on them and were a nice, like, person. Those are some thoughts I've had recently. And my last tip for confidence, I know I got a little off track there for a second. So I do modeling, and during COVID was when I was my thinnest because I stopped working out, I lost all my muscle, I was just not eating as much because I was just kind of not doing much, and I got pretty skinny, and that's when the modeling agencies were like, oh, your body is perfect. Funny, because that's when like I was the most unhealthy. But now gyms are open, I'm back like eating regular meals and everything, and I'm finally like fit, I have muscle again, and I've gained weight, which is normal. And I have a boyfriend now, and I end up eating more food. If you have a boyfriend, you know how that fucking is. So I've just gained some healthy, natural weight. And instead of shaming my body and being like, wow, you've gained weight, I'm like, wow, I'm building muscle, I'm feeding my body, this is my machine. Like, we literally are given like an avatar, and you only have one of them for however many years hopefully you live. Why would you not nourish it and try to build muscle and make it the best you can? And sometimes with these new norms of these girls with these super tiny waists, and I'm sorry, when they have those super tiny waists, a lot of times it's because they have small rib cages, and that's something you just can't change. That's not actually, like, some people are healthy, but that's usually not the healthiest way to take care of your body. It just looks the prettiest to the eye because that's the trend right now of what's prettiest. We'll go into that later. Instead of been looking at my body in like a beauty standard way, I look at it in the health way, and I'm like, wow, my body looks nourished, I look healthy, I look fit. So if any of you guys struggle with just looking at your body in the mirror sometimes, try to look at it as your machine and that it is strong and powerful and healthy, rather than that it's not skinny enough or that your bones aren't showing, because that's actually not healthy. But you know, yeah. So I think that concludes my little rant. Will and I have been trying to decide what we want to do with this channel for a minute, and we constantly go on rants about whether it's cannabis, beauty standards, society, but we always are just like chatting it up together, and then afterwards we're like, that would have been so good for a YouTube video. So we are going to Greece in a few weeks, and once we get back, we are going to start taking YouTube more seriously, and I think we're going to start doing like a little podcast situation where we talk about just like shit that everyone is talking about and shit that matters. Let me know if you guys like these. Like and subscribe, and check out all of my other socials and Will's socials and his music. It should all be in the description below. And we're gonna keep making some more content for you guys, so watch out. Have a great life. Have a great life.